Good morning, North Montgomery Chargers. I'm here today to teach you all about the joy that is solving multi-step equations. So we're going to put together all of those things that we talked about yesterday about solving single-step equations, and these just are going to take one or two extra steps. So let's look at number one. We want to solve for x in this equation. We've got 11x minus 4 equals 29. So our goal is going to be first to get 11x all alone, because we cannot get x alone unless we get the term with the x in it alone. So we want to get 11x alone. That means we got to get rid of -4. Well, we're going to do the opposite of whatever -4 is doing. -4 is really -4, so the opposite of that is +4. We're going to do it on each side. Now, we add down. We bring 11x down. -4 plus 4 cancels out. We have that equal to 29 plus 4 is 33. Here's where the multi-step part comes in. We've got one more step. X is not alone. We've got 11 here, keeping x from being alone. 11 is multiplying with x, so you need to divide it. That's the opposite of multiply. We do it on one side of the equation, so that means we do it on the other side of the equal sign as well. 11 divided by 11 cancels out. That's just 1, and we're left with x on the left. Equals stays in the same spot. 33 divided by 11 is 3. Pretty straightforward. Again, if we so choose, we can take our solution, plug it back into the equation, and check our work. We've got 11 times 3 minus 4 equals 29. Let's check this out. It equals maybe. It's kind of a question mark there because we don't know if it's right or not yet. PEMDAS tells us we do 11 times 3 first. That's 33 minus 4. 33 minus 4 is 29. We want it to equal 29. So that is indeed the correct answer. So far, so good. Moving on. Here we've got a plus 7. I'm going to use my favorite thing here. A plus 7 divided by 8 equals 5. Well, remember in PEMDAS that a grouping symbol is really this fraction bar. We talked about that one of the first days of school. So this a plus 7 is in a group all by itself. We cannot separate it until this 8 on the bottom has said sayonara and moved to the other side. So you got to ask yourself, what is it that 8 is doing to a plus 7? It's dividing. That's what you said. You said it correctly. So that means the opposite of divide is multiply. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 8. 8 divided by 8 cancels out, and we're left on the left side with a plus 7. Equals stays the same. 8 times 5 is 40. So now we've multiplied 8 on each side of the equation. A plus 7 equals 40 is still the same as a plus 7 over 8 equals 5. Last step, we need to get a all alone. This 7 right here is keeping that from happening. It's an addition of 7, so we're going to do the opposite of that and subtract 7 from each side. A comes down, plus 7 minus 7 cancels out, equals stays in the same spot. 40 minus 7 is 33. You can plug that back in and check your answer if you'd like, but I'm going to go ahead and say that we're right. I'll show you what it would look like if you were to want to plug it back in, though. 33 plus 7 divided by 8, that is 40 over 8, which is 5, which is what we got. Fantastic. I want you to try number 3 on your own. Pause the video, give it a test run. All right, now we want to solve 2a minus 6. We want to get 2a all alone. That means this minus 6 needs to go elsewhere, so we're going to add it to each side of the equation. 2a comes right down. -6 plus 6 cancels out. Equals stays. 6 plus 4 is 10. We need to get a all alone. 2 is keeping it from happening, so we divide each side by 2. Those cancel out. A is on the left. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and we've done it. Now, it looks like number 4 here is just like number 2. Pause your video and try that one out as well. All right, let's scroll on down here and do number 4. Got n plus 1 on the top of my fraction. That means I've got to get rid of this -2 on the bottom. So we're going to multiply both sides by -2, and yes, that's what that is. Forgot the negative. -2 divided by -2 cancels out, it's 1. We're left with n plus 1 equals stays the same. 15 times -2 is -30. Last but not least, we've got n on the left plus 1. We want n alone. So we're going to do the opposite of plus 1, which is -1 from each side of the equation. N comes down, plus 1 minus 1 cancels, equals -31. All right, I hope you're doing so good so far. Let's keep on and do some word problems. Hiroshi's buying a pair of water skis that are on sale for 2/3 of the original price. I'm going to highlight as I go the important things that we care about. 2/3 of the original price. After he uses a $25 gift certificate, the total cost before taxes, is $115. What was the original price of the skis? Write an equation for the problem, then solve the equation. All right, let's get going here. We want to know what the original price of the skis was. So first, I need to define my variable. I'm going to let P equal the price of skis. You can pick any letter you want. I'm just going to pick P. Then we know that the skis are on sale for 2/3 of the original price. So I'm going to say P times 2/3. That's how much it is, the price, right? He uses a $25 gift certificate. That means that the amount that he pays in cash is less than it would have been without the gift certificate. So that means this price minus $25 is going to equal what he paid in cash, $115. So let's go back through this again. 2/3 of the original price is what the skis cost. He paid initially for it using this $25 gift certificate, and then the total cost before taxes is $115. So now we want to solve. First step is going to be that our -25 is not leaving our 2/3 P alone. So we need to do the opposite and add 25 to each side. 2/3 P stays the same. -25 plus 25 cancels out. We have equals here. And that equals 140. So this is the price before he used the gift certificate. So now we want to figure out what the original price of the whole shadoodle was. So we need to multiply each side by the reciprocal, the fraction upside down. All right, so when we take 3/2 times 2/3, 3's cancel out, 2's cancel out. All we're left with is P. Now, if we can imagine this 140 is over 1, we can see that if we multiply across, we get 420. 2 times 1 is 2. So to simplify our fraction, we take 420 divided by 2, and we get P is 210. So the original price of the skis was $210. Okay, and I'm going to put a little dollar sign here to show that it's a cost in dollars. Okay, that was a pretty challenging problem. I'm happy to answer some questions if you have any directly about how to solve this one.